One of the fun things to do in Melbourne is to come here to Luna Park. Now, this is one of the oldest theme parks in the world. It was actually built in 1912. And if it looks familiar, if you've ever been to Coney Island in New York, this place was modelled on Coney Island. So they actually paid a licence to use the name Luna Park. And the coaster isn't quite the same as the one over in Coney Island, but it's got the same sort of flavour to it. And this coaster is actually the longest running wooden roller coaster in the world. It's been operating since 1912, so well over 110 years. So let's go inside and see whether or not Luna Park still stands up to today's level of entertainment. So here we are inside the park itself. This is the entrance. It's got sort of a circus type theme. That was how these things were themed back when they were built and started in the 1900s. So let's have a wander through the park and have a look what rides they've got today. There's a really interesting mixture of old and new here. So there's a dragon boat ride here. Twin Dragon, it's called, one of these swing boats that makes you feel quite sick once it starts. Just wandering through, it's quite a small park, as you might imagine, because it's very old. But they have installed some new modern steel rides. So we've got Road Runner here, which is a younger children's car related ride. You can see there's a family in there being moved around in the car. The Spider Ride, which looks quite exciting. Spinning, twisting, flying in the air. We've then got Enterprise in the distance, which is that giant wheel. Centrifugal force, quite good fun. The Carousel, which is one of the heritage rides here in the park. We'll wander past the carousel round the corner, have a look at what we've got. We've got a big wheel, so the old-fashioned big wheel style. Doesn't look too exciting. Some food in the corner there. Let's have a wander through the rest of the park, see what else we have. There's some food, ice cream, snacks, those sorts of things. One of the other heritage rides is the Ghost Train. Come back and have a go on that a little bit later. See what that's like. It's one of the original rides from the start of the 1900s. Another old style children's ride, Arabian Merry. See some elephants riding round. Happy Swing. Another ride in the corner over there. Twisting metal, steel. The only ride that isn't open today is the Speedy Beetle, which is a bit of a waltzer type arrangement, spinning, twisting cars. Now have a look at this thing. This is freaky. These clowns that you have to throw balls into their mouths, but it does look very creepy. Very creepy clowns. Wow, that is spooky. That's the thing nightmares are made of. Some old style, throw darts at the balloons, win some money, some food. We've got some children's rides through the back here. Moon balloons. The Scenic Railway is the premium ride of the whole park. That's basically the roller coaster that goes around the outside. That's one of the original rides. We'll go on that a bit later. Pharaoh's Curse, one of these rides where you basically go in these swings high in the sky and swing out. Quite fun. Coney Drop, obviously based on Coney Island. Then got some food through in this car here. And then round the back, we have another ride, which is called Pharaoh's Curse. And there's one of these twin car spin over the top rides. So that's all of the rides here at Luna Park in Melbourne. I've got my all-day wristband, which costs $55. You can get $45 for a concession if you're a student or over 75, but if you're over 75, you're probably not going on all of these rides. So I've got my wristband and I'm now heading to the big ride, the coaster. Now, disappointingly, it's called the Scenic Railway, which is the least inspiring name for a coaster that I've ever heard. But I guess back in 1912, when this thing was built, the Scenic Railway probably was the way to sell it to all of those people who wanted to come down and ride it. Now, this is a classic wooden coaster. It's got some dips and rides. It doesn't look the scariest coaster that I've ever been on, but let's go and check it out, because this is a really interesting version, because it has to have a brakeman. You actually have somebody standing up in the middle of the coaster applying the brake manually, which I don't think I've ever seen on any coaster anywhere. So let's go and take a ride on the Scenic Railway. So this ride might be over 100 years old, but the tradition of queuing is still very much of today. So been in the queue for around about 40 minutes so far, and still probably got another 6 or 7 trains to go. So it's going to be overall close to an hour. So if you're coming here, make sure you come straight to this ride and get on. So I have just ridden the Scenic Railway. I have to say, it was absolutely awesome. Classic old style wooden coaster, so you get all of the bumps and twists and turns, and this thing is actually driven by momentum. So you go up on the first ride, and then from that point on, the whole thing is basically just gravity. And interestingly, this carriage has a brakeman, or brakesperson, I should say. So somebody's actually standing in the middle of the car, manoeuvring the brake to basically make sure that you're not going too fast, to make sure everything goes around. So haven't seen that before ever. Really interesting coaster, really great fun. So I definitely recommend, if you're coming to Luna Park, to get in that queue first and get onto that. This place is a really interesting mix of old and new. We've got some really old school rides and then some really fun new things as well. So this is a great day out. It's unlimited rides when you come on the band. So definitely recommend this if you're coming to Melbourne. And one of the heritage rides here at Luna Park is the Ghost Train. Now this actually has a really interesting story, because it was built over 100 years ago, and in 1979 it actually burnt down whilst the park was closed, and 7 staff from the park died in the fire. So it does actually have some real tragedy and potentially a real ghost story around it, but it's been rebuilt. It's now part of the park. So let's go inside and see what it's like. So I've just finished on the Ghost Train, and I have to say, it was terrible. One of the worst rides I've ever been on in my whole life. It genuinely, I mean, nobody would be scared by that. It was just dark and nothing was happening. It was really unimpressive, pretty dull. So if you want to come and check it out, fine, but it took me an hour to get onto it. I mean, it's so, because there's only 2 or 3 little trains. You only put 1 or 2 people on it at a time. So it was so slow, the queue, just not worth it. But it's got a bit of fun history, but terrible. One of the other heritage rides here at Luna Park is the carousel behind me. This was actually built in 1913 and is now one of the oldest carousels in the whole world. And this is the original version, so they've kept all of the original design, all the original horses, so we don't have any dolphins and zebra, all of those sort of things that you get on modern day carousels. This is as it was over 100 years ago. So nice bit of history, nice bit of heritage. Not the most exciting ride, but if you like heritage and those sorts of things, then check it out. This is going to be one of your sort of things. So here I am at the end of my day out at Luna Park in Melbourne. So what was it like? Well, it's fun. It's a nice family day out. In terms of the rides, the premium ride, the only one I think that you have to come here to ride, is the worst named coaster in history, the Scenic Railway, but it is actually quite good fun. You've got the brakeman on there, which is not something I've ever experienced before, somebody actually standing up, controlling the brakes on the coaster. It is good fun. It's a rickety old wooden one, so you get the full experience. If you've never done that before, it is great. They've got plenty of other rides in there. The 2 other heritage rides, the Ghost Train and the Carousel, not very exciting, so I wouldn't bother coming here just for those. And if you can get on with a short queue, then give it a go, but the Ghost Train is something else. I won't spoil it for you, but If you haven't got time to do it, then don't worry about it, because you're not going to be missing out on too much. There's plenty of other things there to keep the kids occupied. It's a nice fun day out. It's one price, unlimited riding, which is okay. It's quite good experience, quite good value. So if you're in St Kilda, if you're coming to Melbourne, then check it out. It's worth having a look. It's one of the oldest theme parks in the world, so worth having a look at. But anyway, that's what it's all about. So if you've liked what I've said today, then please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you again in the next video.